country.
80,000, yeah. Yeah.
Well, how much was
He's the third owner. His grandmother actually bought the car brand new. She ordered a Corvette back in '67.
Yeah.
But the order time and the delay in getting it didn't suit her. So she said, "I want something now."
Yeah.
So they had this yellow Camaro that she got, and so it's been in the family ever since. It's only been repainted one time in its life. All the interior's still original. Everything on it. The engine's original.
Where was it kept?
Well, he's had it for the last several years, just at home in his garage.
Oh, nice.
But it was up in the drier areas, so it hasn't been down here, exposed to a lot of the Gulf Coast
elements. Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice.
it's going to be a fun one to do.
But
The disassembly and the discovery and inspection that takes place on these in the beginning is what's really fun, because you find old gas tickets from back in the 70s and matchbooks and hotel receipts, and a lot of times when we go to pull the seats out and everything, they still have the original build tags and sheets under the seats and stuff, which we keep, and we sleeve them and make sure we keep them for the customers. So that's just part of the history. But I mean, he says he's got all the service manuals and everything, the original books and paperwork on this thing. I noticed in the glove box it even has the original Chevy clip-on mirror for the sun visor.
Oh wow!
It's still in perfect condition in the glove box.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
And what were y'all talking about? The stickers?
Oh, we were just talking about a lot of times when these cars come in, they'll have stickers from, on the windshields, whether it be inspection stickers or old college stickers or whatever, from back in the day, and they're still on the cars. And so a lot of time what we try to do is when we dismantle these cars, we try to be real careful and try to preserve those. If the glass is in really good shape and we're able to reuse it, then we'll leave those stickers on there and just clean everything. Because they're kind of the character of the car. And so, unfortunately, this one, the inspection sticker from back in let's see, '79 or something like that, and the college sticker that's on the windshield. The windshield's all broke, because it has a couple of big rock chips and stuff in it. So we won't be able to save those, but the ones on the back the back glass are some old parking stickers.
Nice.
We'll be able to keep all those. It's in really good shape. I guess they must not have driven it or used it out in the ice a lot, because a lot of these cars, when we get them in, the original glass on them is all scratched up, and it's from those plastic ice scrapers that we used to use on these cars back in the day, and you didn't know that it was actually scratching the glass, and so most of the time the glass is all scratched up and can't really be reused very well. So, but this one, they're perfect. I mean, all the glass on it is crystal clear. It's got all of the the tinted glass in it from the factory, which is awesome. That's the original. So it's really going to be good. And I'm hoping that we're catching this car in an early enough time that the amount of rust repair and corrosion on the car is very, very minimal. So,
well, on the outside it's pretty minimal already.
Yeah, it's in really good shape. It doesn't look like it's ever been wrecked. The car had only been repainted one time in its life. And it was still a yellow. It was butternut yellow originally from the factory, and so that's what the car will go back to. We're going to try to restore the car back like it was when his grandmother bought it.
Nice.
So the little 327 two-barrel, 210 horse engine, we'll get all freshened up and put right back in the car. Like I said, the motor's only got 80,000 miles. Well, the whole car's only got 80,000 miles on it. So, and it's documented, so it is for real. It's not. It hadn't been over once or twice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, It even has the original factory AC with the Frigidaire compressor and everything on it, with all the stickers that are all still completely legible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been used, but it's been taken care of, somewhat also.
Sure.
So we're looking forward to this project. It's gonna be a really fun car to build. These are what we like building. Yeah, the ones that have history.
For sure. And what are we doing to it? Is it a full restoration?
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be a full restoration, but because of the customers, budget, it will have to be stretched out over several years.
For sure.
So we'll do it in stages for him. We're going to do a full inspection on it. And then we'll do work orders for a complete disassembly and bag and tag of the car, and then we'll assess any rust issues that have to be repaired, and then try to put everything in a priority list. Okay, what needs to be done first, and then next, and next, and next, and each one of those levels will be done based on the budget and what needs, as much as we can get done for what their budget is each time. And so as we finish up each one of these stages, then the car can go back home, and a year later maybe they get a bonus or a tax return or whatever. The car will come back in. We'll all still have the work orders. We'll know what the next stage is already going to be, and we'll proceed with that. Then it'll go back home again. So we do these projects like this all the time. His goal is to try to have the car ready for his son when he goes to high school.
Nice.
Well, the son is, I believe, 4 years old right now. So
he's got time.
Yeah, so he's got a few years, and that works out for his budget. We can move and restore one much faster than that, but we do these projects at the pace that the customer can afford. And the whole point of it is to preserve the cars and keep them on the road, keep them going for the future generations. Because once these are all gone, they're gone. I mean, how many Model Ts do you see driving around on the street? Not very many, because people didn't restore them. They just trashed them and kept on going. The few that are out there that people have dug up or found get restored and put in museums and stuff, because they can't perform to the level of the cars on the road now. It would be a safety hazard to try to get a car that'll only run 15 miles an hour at full speed out on the road. So, but these cars can still get out there and get on the road with the current model cars, and if they're do some minor upgrades to them for safety, convenience, and just drivability, but keep the classic flavor of the car, so it's just like it was when it was new. So
Nice.
that's the plan for this car.
So what's getting done right now?
Well, right now, this week we'll get the car in, we'll get it up on the lift. We'll do we've got an inspection sheet that we do. It's, everybody says it's a 200 point. I've not counted it, but it is very detailed. The inspection sheet that we will go over the car. We'll take probably, 100, 200 pictures of everything on the car to document everything on the car. And then we'll evaluate what the priority list needs to be on the car. Typically on a car like this, the first stage is, like I said before, the complete disassembly and bagging and tagging of all the all the parts on the car, preserving anything that is found, like stickers, paperwork, anything like that. We bag it up, we preserve it and keep it with the car. And then once it's down to a shell, that's when we will decide what needs to be done first, and then prioritize it based on the customer's budget.
For sure.
So that we're not, the reason we do that is so you don't have to back up and redo something to be able to do the next stage. It just makes more sense to do it in the correct order, so everything you do is built on top of the next thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we've done a bunch of them, and we're not new to this, so it will turn out really nice. I already see a finished car.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
and I can't wait for the customer to have that same vision.